going into this season, let's go into the prediction side of things. So let's start with, probably we can talk about top six. We can talk about your breakout star of the season, best manager of the season, and the teams you see underperforming the most. So let's start with the top six if you want to. Who do you think the top six might
So
be this season?
I feel if I feel it'll be Man City if they get Koulibaly and
Right,
another midfielder. They
right,
already have Ferran Torres. If Aguero stays fit, it's a different Man City team
right.
altogether. If Aguero is fit,
Mm.
he's going to destroy that. It is going to destroy the Premier League. So I think it could be very close between Man City and Liverpool. I think
Right,
Man City might edge them because
right,
Liverpool haven't bought any players.
right.
So they haven't had any new signings. They haven't changed much. So I feel Man City and then Liverpool. And if Man United sign Sancho,
They look a
then
different
they could,
proposition. I get
yeah,
that.
they could finish third. So I think it's third, fourth. It's like neck to neck
So
between
you're
Chelsea
saying
and
Man
Man U.
City
I
is number
think
one,
Chelsea
Liverpool two, or
second is no, second is Liverpool. Third could be Chelsea.
right,
Fourth, Man U. Though both of them are like interchangeable. It could
right,
change depending on the
right,
signings that are made. So I think fifth will be Arsenal.
right,
And sixth, I feel Everton have a chance of
right.
breaking into the top six because of the signings that they've had, and they
Mm,
have a manager in
mm,
Ancelotti
mm,
who's like who has a lot of experience. So I
right.
feel he might have a chance
Mm-hmm.
for sixth place. It could be either between Everton and Tottenham at sixth. Like
Right,
obviously because of the bias that I
and
have. I personally want Arsenal to
right.
finish fourth. If we sign Partey and Aouar, we have a great chance of finishing with top
I
four.
mean, if you guys sign Partey and Aouar on the same window, I think you guys will be the second best team, transfer team, or you guys would be right behind us in the transfer window. Because you guys already signed William Saliba, Pablo Mari, and your
Saliba was
Gabriel.
like last season. We signed him
But you
last
guys are
season and
set,
we
kind
won
of
him
set,
back.
going forward. So
Yeah, we have Ceballos
that's
for
a
the
good way,
depth in the
probably,
midfield.
of looking at it. So I think
So that's my top six. And
my top six
what's
predictions
yours?
probably. I'm going to say, you know what? If it's not broken, don't change it. That's what I say. And Klopp is doing exactly that. So I
Mhm.
feel Klopp will finish number one again. And this is the
You
season
say they're going to retain the title?
they will retain the title, I guess.
They're going to get the 20.
I'm sorry. They will get the
They're
20,
going to
yes.
get the 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
am
okay.
saying they will get the 20. And I feel this is the season where Pep
Can't
will get.
stand, man, if they do that.
I know I don't like it either, but I think that might happen, and we might push them like till what, the last few games in the Premier League. But I think this is the season where Pep will get, caught, and he will kind of get, this might be the last season for Pep in Premier League, and I feel that though he's signed a lot of players, he's got the defensive stability of Ake, and he's already signed Ferran Torres. I don't see Man City doing well. So I'm going to tell
They haven't
Chelsea as
replaced
second.
Fernandinho, right?
Yeah,
They haven't replaced Fernandinho. He was like
yeah.
I feel Company and
Right.
Fernandinho are like two players that
Two
they
players they
needed the
should have
most
replaced
last season.
immediately, and they didn't do it.
Like
And I
Fernandinho, I think he was not that
right.
effective in the midfield. Rodri was like
Rodri is
he's a good
okay.
player, but
He's not
it's too
Fernandinho.
good. It's like too soon. It's too
Yes,
soon for him
he's not
to judge
Fernandinho.
him.
So that's why I think this
He's
might
not
be the
Fernandinho.
last season for Pep in Premier League. So I see Chelsea as number two. I put my own club at number two, pushing
Hmm.
Liverpool till the very last, very few games in the Premier League. And
Bias Chelsea at
I
number
know,
two.
but I have to back, and kind of it looks like Frank Lampard
You
also
have
has.
to hope that Chelsea finishes as number two and gets a trophy. If not, it's a
It's not
disaster
a
of a
kind of
season.
hope, and it's like certainty. It's kind of he wants a certainty. The Roman is expecting that certainty from Frank, and I think he will deliver. So I
I
put
don't
my.
think Roman cares about where you finish in the top four. Like as long
I
as you
think
finish
he
anywhere
does.
in
I
the top
really
four,
think he
he's
does
fine.
because if
No,
he.
I feel Roman is fine if you finish at fourth and get a Champions League or a Europa League or
Right.
FA Cup. He needs a trophy. He spent so much.
I don't
I
think so.
need a
He will
silverware.
accept
I
if we
think
finish seventh and get a Carabao Cup. I don't think so. No
like
man.
I think yeah, that's what I said. He wants you to finish in the top four. Like
Right.
he doesn't
Definitely does that.
either you win the league or
Right.
stay in top four
Right.
and then get a trophy. That's
Right.
what he wants
So
this
that's
season.
what I think. So I think Liverpool will be number one, Chelsea number two, Man City three, and I see even if United sign Sancho, I still feel they will finish fourth. And I'm going for Arsenal as fifth. And I feel Arsenal and United will battle it out for number four for a long period of time.
And
And
Arsenal will do Arsenal.
I think you know what, Everton will finish sixth, which gets Tottenham out of top six, and Mourinho's might get yeah, shown away,
All or
shown
nothing.
the
Just
door.
I think the
Mourinho might.
next season will be
Yes,
nothing.
it will be nothing. It will be nothing for Tottenham. But I, yeah, I'm going for a bold prediction as number two. So that brings us to the breakout Premier League star of 2020. Who do you think it's going to be?
Breakout as in you, it's the player of the year type of player.
Kind of. No, okay, that is one. We can tell that too. I was assuming more of a player
Or
who
is it going to be the
out
breakout
of a
Premier League
shell
player
who
for the
can light up.
respective clubs?
Sorry.
Is it the like the breakout player for the respective clubs, like for
Any
Chelsea
player that
or
you want from any other club, that doesn't matter. So I'm expecting one player of the season, like your De Bruyne, and one player who is going to light up the Premier League coming out of a shell,
mm,
like your Bukayo Saka's, your Mason Mounts.
yeah, I feel if De Bruyne continues being De Bruyne, he's
Hmm.
going to be the player of the year again. Like
Right,
there's no doubt about it.
right,
And I feel the breakout player this season could be Nicolas Pepe
right,
because he's slowly getting into his
right,
groove
right.
and
And he's kind of being overlooked by a lot of other clubs.
yeah, he's getting a lot of slack from other club because we paid 72 million and they feel he's not performed that much, but they don't know. Like they haven't seen. They should know that this
Right,
guy has come from France and
right,
he's been shifted around.
right,
Yeah, he was played under three managers and he
right.
had to work
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
to
yeah.
get back to the team. Like art. So
So
I think we could see the
Pepe,
most of Pepe. This is without us signing Partey or Aouar.
right,
If we sign them, I think Partey will be the
breakout star,
player that
player of the season.
Partey will. No, I don't think he'll be the player of the season. I think if De Bruyne is retains his form, he's going to be the player of the
Right,
season again.
right,
Or it could be Auba because if he scores like a
right,
mad 30 goal season,
right.
he could be that player of the season.
We've got
So
a
it's
close
either De
competition for
Bruyne.
Auba in the name of Timo Werner.
That's your pick, is it?
No, I'm not going to
Your
pick
pick
him. So
for
I'm just going to ask you. I mean, probably you can carry on that by saying who the Golden Boot winner and the best manager might be for this season.
Golden Boot. I think this year it's going to be Aubameyang.
Right,
I think Vardy has rode his luck.
right,
Vardy takes all the penalties at
mm.
Leicester, and Aubameyang gives away
So does
penalties
Auba.
to his friend, to his
Ah,
teammates.
sometimes
Like
he
no,
does. Mm,
he had a penalty. He gave his penalty to Pepe,
mm.
so that he could score against
Right.
against
But
Burnley,
he
which
does
was
take
his
up most
first
of the
goal.
penalties, right? But I think
I think it's like not Burnley, it's Aston Villa. I don't know, but Auba takes the penalty, most of the penalties, but then he's not selfish about it. He gives
so. Do you think Willian will be
back,
in
but
the penalty duties?
I think it'll be Auba. Like
Right.
if you saw his penalties in the semifinals and the finals, it was
I
side
think Willian
nettings.
is more
You can't.
consistent. I've not seen Willian miss a penalty in his entire career.
But players miss penalties. Like even Messi does it, man. Even Ronaldo does it.
Yeah.
So you can't judge
I
a
mean,
player for
that's the
missing
one
like one
positive for
penalty.
Willian, I'd say. In his Chelsea career, he's not missed a penalty.
I don't think he might be in free kick duty because he's good with
Right. Yeah.
with the dead ball.
Right.
But I think if it's penalties, it will be Aubameyang
Right.
for sure.
So let's
So
not drift away from
Golden
what
Boot,
we're talking.
yeah, Golden Boot for me. Golden Boot for me is going to be Aubameyang.
Mhm.
Uh, if with the
Right.
creative thing midfielders that we are going to get, if we get, it's going to
Right.
be Aubameyang. If not, if Aguero stays fit, he'll be getting the Golden Boot.
And the manager of
It's
the
Auba or Aguero.
right
What?
manager of the season probably.
Um, I want to say Arteta, but I think it's too soon for that.
Mm.
There is a lot of potential.
Mm.
Uh, I think Bielsa could be the manager of the
Leeds.
season.
Oh damn, Leeds.
No,
Bielsa.
no, no. Like he
He's
could
good.
be
I'm
the
not going to say
wild
he's
card.
not good.
He could
He's
be
good.
the wild card.
I think a lot of players, a lot of teams will have their difficulty time against Leeds. They are not a
It
run-through
depends,
team.
man. It depends. See, if Man City wins the Premier League, it'll be Pep. If this guy Klopp wins it, it'll be Klopp. So
Right.
it's either of these two. I
Right.
don't see it's going to be you. It's going to be Lampard or Arteta. It's too soon
Definitely
for
no.
either of these two
So I
to
mean,
reach that level.
I did see. I did take the liberty of seeing two games in Championship when Leeds did play. Leeds are exactly like your Man City, to be entirely honest, of the Championship. They are so quick while passing. I mean, you guys know them better because you guys faced them in FA Cup, and they kind of had the better of you for the most of the game. Uh,
They were like
they are electric in
pushing us.
transition,
Yeah,
and I see
yeah.
a lot of teams struggling against Leeds. So I feel
That's the issue, man. That's the issue that these promoter teams will
right,
face. Without the fans, it'll be very difficult for them to get
right,
that energy into
definitely
their game. They are dependent on the fans to like push them forward.
right.
So
So
I
going
think the
into my
big teams will
prediction,
capitalize on that.
I'd
Yeah.
probably say the player of the season again. Probably I'm going to give it to this time Sadio Mane. He might have a good season. He might have a
Like
really good. He
I
might.
feel he's the best player at Liverpool.
I do the same. It's just that he gets a little less goals than your Salah because he's not your penalty duties. And I think
Yeah,
Mane will be the player of the season this for 2021.
he could be. Yeah, yeah, he
And
has
I
that.
think the breakout star would be, I think, Kai Havertz. I feel he
Hmm.
might be Kai Havertz just because it's not a Chelsea bias. He's a really good youngster. And if he
Yeah,
lives up to his potential of what all the club legends have talked about him, it's
he's
just a
scary.
matter of time he is going to be the best player in the Premier League. And I think he will break out. And I think he'll have a very good season. And the Golden Boot winner, I see, you know what? I am
Be,
probably going to say
how about
Aguero. He's not in, but I think
that's a
Aguero.
big if.
I don't think Aguero might start like what he did in the last 2-3 seasons. I think Jesus will start a lot of games this time around.
Yeah.
I think this might be a good turnaround point for him, for Jesus to be the number 9 that Man City is looking forward to for their future. So
Even
I'm not.
Kane has a great chance of being
I don't
getting the
think so. I
golden boot.
don't. I would because the only player who's
No,
won.
I was just kidding. I was just kidding.
I mean,
Don't
he
take it.
might, to be entirely honest. Kane is an exceptional striker. There is no question asked. The only player who's won a golden boot under Mourinho is Drogba, if I'm not wrong. And I don't know
Yeah.
if he won against one when Lampard when Mourinho was managing. I may be wrong, but
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure. Pretty sure Drogba had a great season.
He did, but did he win the Golden Boot when manager was Mourinho? I don't know. Anyway, so the Golden Boot winner, I think I'm also going to give it to Aubameyang. He is going to score a lot of goals. Auba's going to have a fantastic
Yeah,
goal scoring season, and he might end up scoring 25 to 20, 30 goals easily.
he already
And
scored 30 goals across all the
and
club,
for me,
across
the
all
manager
competitions.
of the season is going to be, you know what? I'm not going to give the manager to the top four because that's kind of very easy. I'm going to give the manager of the season to Carlo Ancelotti. I'm
Yeah,
going to
if
if he
he
brings the best
gets
of
Everton somewhere,
Fernandes, Dracure, and Allen, I think
Alan, yeah, their midfield
Everton,
is like crazy.
the Everton is going to be a really tough team to look at, and
Their
yeah,
midfield is like, I think they have a better midfield than Arsenal.
I think they have a better midfield than most of the top five teams. To be not top
No, I
five,
don't
top
think
five.
so.
That's a
I think
too bold of a
I
statement.
Liverpool and Man City, like they are somewhere else, and like
Right.
their midfield is like
I think you can also add
Liverpool's
Chelsea to it
midfield
right
is,
now with Liverpool if
yeah,
they
even
play.
Chelsea's rolled out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's better than Arsenal's. It's better than Tottenham's.
It's even better. I mean, I
Like
wouldn't give it
Hoiberg, I think is a good player, but I don't
right.
think James Rodriguez, Allen, and Doucouré,
I mean, yeah,
they
they're
are
all.
like
I mean,
scary,
there
man.
is the only question mark I'd put in that midfield is there are two midfielders who's not Premier League proven. So that's the only question mark I'd put
That's there.
against
That's
him.
there.
So that probably yes would be my prediction. So yes, so the player of the season would be Mane. Breakout player would be Kai Havertz. Your golden boot would be Auba, and your manager of the season. This I might regret, but it's going to be Ancelotti.